Okay, folks, this is my first time. Oh, this is my first time doing this, probably on this channel in a long time. I'm actually going live this time, and I hope it's working. Oh, I may be having an internet connection stuff. We'll see. Um, the okay, I never. It's counting weird. Anyway, um, the title says, I may be having one of the weirdest recoveries slash nervous breakdown slash type things ever. Like for those of you who know me and you guys don't a lot, um, I have this is for people who've experienced trauma as a child, particularly, and also for people who have experienced well also external stuff as well as an adult, which I'm going to get into, um, and the how crazy it is, like because this time of year, this is holidays and all that. All of the stuff that as an adult has gone to a head. So I got abused emotionally for the first 15 years of my life at least, and I didn't really figure out who I was until, I'm still figuring out who I am. Let's put it that way. But I didn't begin to figure that out until 2011, and then and so I'm past 45 now. So um, it's been a long time, and it's a very bizarre thing. I'm probably gonna be all over the place because my memory is affected. My speech is affected. It's infected. See, did it? Um, I'm. This is unreal. Everything's unreal, and the reason it's unreal is because a couple things happened recently. Well, for not so recently. One of them is that my brother um, has had long COVID for 18 months plus. He's been in the hospital 6 times. He's in the hospital now. And by the way, he was vaccinated 3 times. Um, but it got him, and we both have the same CPTSD from childhood, right? Roughly the same. We grew up in the same household. We're identical twins. And the interesting thing is, so if I get this is why I wear this literally everywhere, even around people outside. Because if I get it, chances of me ending up like him are decent. So I'm doing this. The reason I'm doing this stream is because I have to create all the time, as the description says. I have to create. I have to keep creating and creating and creating, and then resting, and then breathing, and then all this stuff. So basically, I'm learning to live almost for the first time. And I likened it to sort of being like a chrysalis or a chrysalis, like where maybe I'm finally starting to come out as a butterfly or something. It sounds corny as shit, but the uh, it's possible I had a break so much that, and I don't know if this is gonna when this is gonna end. I have no clue. All the thing I can do is go with it wherever I'm at. And my brother's my best friend, and he's like 90% of my social life. And um, then he got COVID again while he was getting treatment, which so that brought up a bunch of anger. So basically 18 months of increasing stress on the body, increasing stress all over the place, increasing, 'cause as someone who's a chronic, is neurodivergent and suffers from a chronic, chronic and complex post-traumatic stress disorder. I worry, I worry, I worry, I worry, I worry. I make up things that I worry about just automatically. And sorry for the light, guys. I'm trying to get in front of that. It's a little bit bright. Um, the and I have to keep. See, I lose my train of thought. It's amazing. Um, but so Drew's been having. My brother's been having this thing where he got COVID in there, and he's doing treatments, and he's really not himself. He's very uh, he's not he's very muted. He needs help. He's going to need help integrating back into being able to live by himself. I hope the microphone's catching this because it's doesn't sound very loud. Whatever. Um, if it doesn't work, I'll delete it. You'll never see it. Um, so coupled with that, end of August. I decided, you know what, I can't deal with anything. I'm going to get sober because I haven't had an alcohol problem. Um, so got sober from August, and from then until 76 days, and then After that, so then I had a blip, which really sucked. And then now I'm up to 15 days sober again. I feel a lot better. But um, my sober group 2 days ago um, had a thing that I don't even want to describe it because it would re-trigger me really bad. I'll just say that one of my longtime friends that I've shared so much with and have so much interest and whatever it was, um, cut me off. She was an admin of that group, or she is an admin of that group. She's a founding member, and her fiance posted um, a comment on something of mine that I wrote that was ignorant, uninformed, um, and so he put her. He didn't. This guy did not go through. He could have asked to private message me. He could have asked to speak to have an admin talk to me. He could have, any number of things if something was a problem. So, and I think what a lot of people had a problem was, though they didn't never said it, no one ever told me this, was that I post a lot to that group, or I did post a lot to that group, and because I had to, just like I have to keep talking now in order to help myself, right? And I got support from an admin, one of the other founding members said, I read all your posts. I don't get a chance to reply to a lot of them, but I see you and see you hurting, and it's, it's really, I'm really glad you're here. And it was the warmest thing, and I started crying because it hit me right here, and then I find out, and then so my friend's fiance decided to just write this comment on my post, and all of a sudden, so he put her in an unfair spot, a very, very, very unfair spot. She's an admin of that group. She is his fiance, and I'm the person who posted the post. I was at the time her friend. So ethically, as she told me, she cannot intervene. She cannot have any, any, um, she can't. It's a conflict of interest. It's a conflict. She's way, way too close to the situation to actually have, a thing. You know what I mean? Like to moderate it in any way. There are other moderators and other admins, and I agreed. I said, but I wrote her, and I said, well, by the way, if that's gonna, and I agree, I totally agree with that. So I said, however, if you're too close to go there, then to talk to me about it, that needs to apply to your fiance as well. And she uh, said, don't, something along the lines of, don't tell me how to run my boundaries, full stop. I'm like, okay. Then I'm thinking, wait a minute, okay, that's bad, because then you can't be an admin. What if this happens again with another friend and your fiance says something, So whatever. That's a long-winded way. I don't know if anybody understood that, but I lost my closest local friend, who I share all kinds of musical interests with, all kinds of advocacy with. Um, I lost my sober group, and my brother's in the hospital. My dad had prostate cancer, but he's thankfully, it's very, very, very low in remission now, which is really, really good. But I'm having some really weird, as a result of all the stress building up, all the things. I had a nervous breakdown. I was able to take care of myself because I have DBT skills, dialectical behavioral therapy. If you don't know what that is, please look it up. It's very helpful for people who have or suffer from chronic trauma. Um, and so I'm doing breathing exercises and all that stuff, but I'm all over the place. Mentally, my memory's terrible. My balance can be terrible, although it's been better. It's been better, but I can get really tired very quickly. Sometimes I sleep, sometimes I don't sleep. There's any number of things that go on here. So I think I'm gonna wrap this up. I need to talk to my mom, but I just want to say that, but I've been like more polite. It's weird. I've been more polite to people. Thank you and whatever, and things like that. At times, and other times I've been like, go fuck yourself. Excuse language. I don't know if that's gonna get me a YouTube thing. Maybe I should, whatever. We'll find out. The excuse me. Well, I can't do anything about it now. So this is kind of a candid. It's unscripted. I done an unscripted thing, obviously, in here, and I just wanted to say this. I am experiencing every emotion possible under the sun. I laughed my butt off last night at the Monday Night Football, which was the funniest Schadenfreude football game I have ever seen in my life. I could not stop laughing. So the emotions are all over the place, all over the place. Because my nervous system has been messed up since I was born, basically, because my trauma started when I was born, and it kept going. There's just my neurons got formed by that, and it affects your entire body. That's something that is different from PTSD as an adult. People's neurons aren't formed by that. So it is possible to form new neurons as an adult, but it's very, very hard. Now, I'm wondering if all of this is making me form new neurons, partially. It's making me do it because I have to survive, and I want to survive. It's crazy. So anyway, that's it for now. I'm going to see if this works. Thank you.